Hey guys, today we're back talking about Tectone. That's right, Baldy here is back in the news, and this time it's because Twitch messed up again. Now you might recall that Tectone was actually recently banned because he called denims and minks some choice words. He basically called them a mean name and he got banned for a week. Now that being said, that does ignore the totality of evidence here and the fact that Tectone probably should be allowed to say this because both Minks and denims have said way worse things about Tectone than he said about them. That's right, if we just go here to this tweet from Minks, you'll see what I mean. She comes at Tectone and accuses him of crimes he didn't commit, and she exaggerates the crimes of his father. On top of that, denims has long had a history of talking about Tectone on stream in a negative light and basically harassing him. So the fact that Tectone called them a mean name probably shouldn't matter as much as it does. However, for some reason, poor Tectone here, he got banned for this. Now you might remember we covered all of that in these videos right here. So Tectone was banned from Twitch again, and Twitch overturns Tectone's ban. However, it turns out that it wasn't that simple. In this video right here, Twitch overturns Tectone's ban. I showed clips of Tectone talking about his appeal and how his appeal was approved and how he wouldn't be unbanned until Monday because the Twitch staff takes the weekends off and they wouldn't be able to go in and unban him. However, Monday came and it wasn't until very late in the day that Tectone was actually unbanned on Twitch, which had people wondering why. And it turns out that Twitch genuinely just didn't know what they were doing and couldn't figure out how long Tectone's ban was supposed to be. They thought it was 2 weeks when it was actually 7 days. So when they reduced his ban length, they thought he still had a week left. That's right, and you don't have to take it from me. We're gonna go and listen to Tectone to find out exactly what happened right after you hit the like button on this video. Thank you so much. Let's get into it.
I sent my rep an email. I say, hey, I've done my appeal. I've submitted my survey. I finished it. You only need an 80%. I passed it with a 100. And I say, hey, I've done my appeal. I've done my survey. I passed them both. You've acknowledged I shouldn't have been banned. You've acknowledged that what has happened is honestly not good. Why am I still not banned? They say, let me look into that. 24 hours pass, and this is where I'm going to leak a screenshot. 24 hours pass. My appeal has been approved for 3 days, and I'm still not unbanned. Hey, I see your appeal was accepted and you completed the SEP quiz. Your suspension will be reduced from 7 days from 14, so you'll be unbanned on the 11th. Guys, it was only a 7-day ban. The ban wasn't 2 weeks. The ban wasn't 14 days. It was a 7-day ban. I say I was only banned for 1 week. I didn't have a 2-week ban. I then had to explain to these people how to do their own job. I provided 3 different screenshots of me showing that my ban's always been 7 days. Because for some reason, I wasn't believed that the ban was just 7 days. I don't just have 1 screenshot showing that my ban was 7 days. It's always been 7 days. Before the appeal, it was 7 days. After the appeal, it was 7 days. This is my ban after the appeal that you can see right here. This is my ban before the appeal. It's been 7 days. It's always been 7 days. And they said, well, we're going to reduce your 14-day sentence to a 7-day sentence. Guys, the people at Twitch are so incompetent. The people of Twitch are so fucking dumb. They don't even know what they did when they banned a streamer for an unjust reason. If you're not understanding what this problem is yet, guys, if me filling out the appeal and me filling out the survey reduced my sentence by 7 fucking days, that means my 7-day ban should have been a 0-day ban, which means I got banned for 5 days and 17 hours for nothing due to their own team. Due to their own team's incompetence, I sat for 5 days and 17 hours over a ban that I should have never gotten. It doesn't exactly instill trust It doesn't exactly instill faith. It doesn't exactly make me feel good that I just lost a week's worth of income for no reason.
That's right, Tectone lost a week's worth of revenue because Twitch couldn't figure out what kind of ban they had given him. The Twitch employees are genuinely so either incompetent or malicious that they pretended that he had a longer ban than he actually did. Now, it's entirely possible that when they went to ban him, they meant to give him a 2-week ban, and then they just didn't because they were incompetent at that point, and he only got the 7-day from the beginning. But I do think that somewhere in this chain, there is extreme incompetence in the Twitch moderation team. That being said, we already knew that because the Twitch moderation team does not have a good record. They let people like Hassan Piker get away with crazy amounts of stuff that honestly straddles the line of legality. Meanwhile, they ban random VTubers for showing too much hip on their fake avatar. None of it makes any sense. There's no standards at Twitch. There's no fairness. It's completely ridiculous. And this just shows it once again because Tectone wasn't even supposed to be banned for this. Twitch actually apologized to him in a different message, which we covered in my original video about his appeal. So they told him that he wasn't supposed to be banned. They told him to appeal it. He appeals it, and then they come back and say, oh yeah, we reduced it by 7 days, so now it's only 7 days, despite the fact that it was only a 7-day ban to begin with. How does that even happen? It's just such a ridiculous and preposterous thing that it shouldn't be possible for Twitch, a massive company owned by Amazon, to have incompetence like this in their ranks. And that makes me think that it's possibly just straight up malice. Maybe there was somebody inside the Twitch team that really doesn't like Tectone. To be honest with you, we kind of know that there is somebody on the Twitch moderation team that hates him because of the unjust enforcement actions taken against him, which are not applied equally to other streamers, especially when you consider that both Denims and Minx have said some very heinous things about Tectone himself. So it kind of makes you think that maybe there's somebody inside Twitch who has a vendetta against Tectone, and I honestly think that that's probably the case at this point because the alternative is so much worse. It's honestly better if there's somebody inside Twitch that hates Tectone and wants him banned than it would be if they were just this completely incompetent, because this kind of thing doesn't make me trust Twitch. In fact, it does the opposite. It makes me wonder why anybody would use Twitch if they're so incompetent that they can't even unban somebody correctly. What happens when there's an actual technical issue, when somebody gets locked out of their account, when something actually happens? Are they going to be able to help you? Because I don't think they would. Obviously, they can't even help this guy because they don't understand their own ban system. How are they able to help anybody with any problem they run into? It doesn't make any sense, and Twitch as a platform is slowly circling the drain because its competitors are getting bigger and bigger every day. That's right, Kick is gaining market share at an astonishing rate, and I do think that Twitch is eventually going to have to react to this kind of thing and fix it before it becomes an even bigger problem for them in the future. So let me know in the comments, do you think this was fair? Do you think this was incompetence? Or do you think this was malice on Twitch's part against Tectone? Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. It really helps me when you comment, so thank you again. And if you're wondering what's going on over at Kick and why Twitch streamers are moving, this video on the right here, it will explain everything to you. Have a great day, and God bless you.